Hello there, and hello to you too. Vlogging with Gibster, back for new episodes of Pokémon, the alternate take. Sit down, get comfy, and let's see what we'll make. In the last episode, we redesigned Superior, the final evolution of the grass starter from the Unova region from the games Black, White, Black 2, and White 2. And now in today's episode, we will be redesigning the fire starter from the same region and same titled games, that being Tepig. Now, I remember in an earlier video, I think it was the ones where I drew the new Gen 9 stars, saying that I probably wouldn't redesign them just now. However, I am willing to give them a new chance, considering the fact that we now know what they are based on, even if the evolutions aren't out yet. However, when it comes to the middle evolutions, I'd rather do that when the theme has been discovered, because they usually have a unifying theme. When it came, however, to the Gen 8 and Gen 7 starters, people figured out the theme very quickly, and therefore I am quite trusting of people's themes. So if they somehow manage to figure it out by when the middle stages are released, then I'd say that's great, and I'll probably use those ones. If not, then I'll have to go back and redesign the redesigns. Anyway, so here we go. So the things that Tepig are based on. So in the same way, so Unova is based on New York, and the starters are supposed to represent the diversity in the population and culture of New York, with Superior representing France, Embor representing China, and Samurott representing Japan. So, as I said, one of the inspirations for Tepig's line is China, as well as there's this person called Zhang Fei. They're from a story. I forgot what the story was called. It was like the 3 something. It's not the 3 Little Pigs. And then they're also based on British Shadowback pigs, which, well, pretty much have the same colour scheme as Tepig, except for the orange, and the yellow, and the red. Okay, the only thing they have in common is the black part and the spot pattern, and they're both pigs. But moving on to the redesign. So I will be making a more triangular shaped nose to be more accurate. Some characteristics of Tepig that I do, however, like are the fact of its very big mouth. So I will be keeping that. However, not as big. I want to see if there's anything I can add here. Now, when it comes to things that the inspiration from Zhang Fei can do, I can turn the yellow spot into this. I'll probably touch upon it, what that's supposed to be, in a later episode, which will hopefully be later on tonight. And then something else I'll probably do is add that little thing there. And then, of course, for the ears, And then I'll keep the eye relatively the same. Because that's something that really doesn't need to change. Well, not really doesn't, more like doesn't really need to change. I will get rid of the black hooves. Now I've done the front legs. And now, the other legs. And then, now I just need to look something up really quick, just to be sure. Okay, yes. That will do nicely. As to represent, of course, the Chinese inspiration, of course I added the star from the Chinese flag, which could also make more sense to Unova, as Unova is based on New York, which is located in Japan, which is another country that has flags. It has flags on its star, has stars on its flags, I mean. Now for the tail, which actually isn't the last feature. Now, instead of doing just the ball at the end, doing a more furry texture to make it look like an open flame. It isn't a flame, it just looks like one. And I know a lot of people hate the controversy of there being 3 firefighting starters in a row. However, I have stated that I won't be changing any of the types when it comes to these redesigns. So now there is one last feature, with that being, of course, the little piece here. And there we go, guys. That right there is the redesign of Tepig for Pokemon The Alternate Take. Now, I, as always, have been your host, Gibster, and I will see you guys next time for another episode. The next episode will, of course, be the evolution to Tepig, which is Pignite. Goodbye, Pokemon Masters.